Could Brock Nelson be the missing piece for the Vancouver Canucks? As the NHL season heats up and trade rumors swirl, whispers of interest in this prolific goal scorer are growing louder. With the Canucks looking to solidify their roster, could this be the moment they make a bold move? Stick around as we dive into what this potential acquisition could mean for our team. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video to stay on top of all the latest Canucks news. As the 2024-25 NHL season continues to unfold, the Vancouver Canucks are once again making headlines. And this time it's about a name that many fans have been buzzing about, Brock Nelson. With the New York Islanders struggling at the bottom of the Metropolitan Division, his name has surfaced as a potential trade target for the Canucks. Now, if you recall, Vancouver made a push to acquire Nelson last season, but that didn't materialize. Instead, they brought in Elias Lindholm. Fast forward to now, and it seems the Canucks might be ready to take another swing at landing the 33-year-old forward, who is currently on track for his fourth consecutive season, scoring over 30 goals. That kind of scoring touch could be exactly what Vancouver needs to bolster their lineup. Nelson has been a consistent performer for the Islanders, appearing in all 27 games this season and tallying 17 points, including 10 goals and 7 assists. His ability to find the back of the net makes him a valuable asset as the trade deadline approaches. And let's be honest, if the Canucks are serious about making a playoff push, they'll need a player like Nelson. It's clear that other teams are eyeing him as well. The source mentioned that competitor teams are already circling around him, especially if the Islanders continue to falter. This puts pressure on Vancouver to act quickly if they want to secure Nelson's services. But here's where it gets interesting. Canucks GM Patrick Allvin doesn't seem in a rush to make trades. Could this be a case of playing the waiting game, or should they be more proactive? From a fan's perspective, I'm honestly torn. On one hand, you want to see the team make bold moves to improve, especially after last season's disappointments. On the other hand, making hasty decisions can backfire. The Canucks have to weigh their options carefully. Brock Nelson would provide depth, versatility, and experience, whether he slots in as a center on the third line or moves up to fill a top six role. That could be a game changer for the team's offensive dynamics. But let's consider the implications of bringing in a player like Nelson. What does this mean for the current roster? Who might have to be moved to make room for him? And how will this affect team chemistry? There are a lot of moving parts here, and as passionate fans, we need to stay engaged in this conversation. Do you believe this is the right path for the Canucks? I, for one, see the potential, but I'm also cautious about the risks involved. The trade deadline is approaching, and with every passing game, the urgency grows. If Vancouver can pull this off and Nelson can continue his scoring streak, it could significantly improve their chances of making a deep run in the playoffs. But if they miss out, will we be looking back at this as a missed opportunity? I want to hear what you think. Do you agree that the Canucks should make a move for Brock Nelson? Or do you feel they should hold off and explore other options? Your opinions matter, so let's get the conversation going in the comments below. Last night, the Vancouver Canucks faced off against the Columbus Blue Jackets at Rogers Arena. And what a roller coaster of emotions it was. After trailing 2-0 in the first period, the Canucks roared back to life, scoring 5 unanswered goals and sealing the deal with a 5-2 victory. It was a fantastic display of resilience from the team, but amidst all the excitement, one player was notably absent, JT Miller. Even though Miller wasn't on the ice, the Canucks fans made their feelings known loud and clear. With just under 7 minutes left in the third period, the crowd erupted in a chant of JT. JT! This kind of support is what makes being a fan of this team so special. Rick Tocchet, the head coach, even remarked on how incredible it was to hear the fans rallying behind Miller. It's clear that the love and respect for him are palpable, especially considering the leadership role he's played over the years. For those who might not know, JT Miller has been away from the team since November 19th due to personal reasons. But there's some good news on the horizon. This week, he started skating again, which gives us hope that he could be back on the ice for practice as soon as next week. Isn't it amazing how the team and the fans come together during tough times? The energy in Rogers Arena last night was electric, and it was a beautiful reminder of the bond between the players and the supporters. Now let's talk strategy. The Canucks are clearly showing signs of growth, especially in how they bounce back from that early deficit. This kind of comeback can do wonders for team morale. You have to wonder, though, how much more potent they'll be once Miller returns. I mean, can you imagine the kind of boost his presence will give to both the lineup and the locker room? But here's where it gets a bit tricky. Do you think the coaching staff should ease him back into the lineup or throw him right into the action? I'm honestly torn on this one. On one hand, you want to ensure he's fully ready to contribute. But on the other hand, we all know how much the team and the fans miss him. What's the best approach here? And let's not forget the importance of keeping this momentum going. The Canucks have a 6-game homestand coming up, which is a golden opportunity to solidify their position in the standings. Each game will be crucial, especially if they want to make a push for the playoffs. This is the time when every point counts, and with Miller potentially returning soon, it could change the trajectory of their season. So, what do you think? Is this the right path for the Canucks? I really want to hear your thoughts. Are you excited about Miller's possible return? How do you feel about the team's performance lately? Share your expectations and frustrations in the comments below. Remember, we're all in this together as fans, and it's our passion that fuels this community. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow Canucks fans, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any of the latest updates. And hey, make sure to hit that notification bell to stay in the loop about everything happening with our Canucks. You won't want to miss a thing as we dive deeper into the season.